I've had Daisy May for, what, 3 years?
February will be 3 years.
Okay, in February it'll be 3 years. She was adopted from 5A Animal Shelter. She had one single owner that was a homeless lady that lived in a car. And when the lady moved in with some friends of hers because she was sick with cancer, the friends said that she couldn't keep them in the house. So she gave Daisy up to a shelter. Daisy had some really bad anxiety problems when we first got her. Mainly probably because she had never been without her owner. She lived in a car. So after we got her and we had to leave her at home sometimes, she'd freak out. She was tearing up our doors. And I set up a camera so that I could watch her when I was away from home and see what she was doing. And she sat and cried at the door pitifully the whole time. We ended up having to put her on anti-anxiety medication. Currently, she has no problems. She used to go to the door and start crying as soon as I left. Now she doesn't even give it a second thought when I leave the house. She knows I'm coming back. It took a few months, but the more times passed, the quicker she got over it.
How do you have any energy left?
So, anyways, Daisy had pretty bad anxiety problems, but they went away. She's still currently on medication, but she may be able to come off it altogether at some point. We just got Tux to keep her company. He's still a puppy, and he's chewing a lot of stuff. Tux has destroyed a pencil. He's grabbed my shoes a few times. He hasn't destroyed them. He got a hat off the back of a chair, my favorite hat from the Ernest Tubbs record shop in Nashville, and he destroyed my hat. Tux had a Wii Nintendo remote earlier, but I caught him with it. He got a hold of this little beetle toy that I have, a black and white beetle with a battery in it that vibrates when you turn it on. And he got a hold of it and turned it on somehow in his mouth, and it started vibrating everywhere. And okay, it started vibrating. So anyways, Tux got a hold of the beetle and it started vibrating, and both dogs started going crazy, and I heard them from the upstairs of my house and went downstairs, and they were both pointing at this toy beetle, barking at it ferociously like they thought they'd caught a pest. Well, I put the beetle up on a cabinet up high in a basket where I thought it would be safe, and Tux pulled it down and destroyed it on the floor. It was all in a bunch of little pieces of plastic, and I was afraid he might have eaten the battery, but I found the battery in the toy still.
Here.
But we've got to be really careful to keep everything up. I hopefully this puppy stuff doesn't last forever, because he's just destroying several things a day. Anything he can get a hold of. He loves toys, and he plays with all the toys that we have, but he seems to not be able to just stick to playing with toys.
You're okay, Daisy. I know, this bottle's almost gone, guys.
So this is Tux and Daisy. If you guys have any questions about Tux and Daisy, please comment. I'll be happy to answer them. Or you can go to Tattoo Tony Alton, no spaces, TATTOO, Tony, Tony, Alton, ALTON on Facebook, and message me there. Like my page and message me there, and I'll answer any questions you have. Also, I do a lot of urban exploring. I explore abandoned buildings in St. Louis. I've explored 100-plus-year-old cathedrals, very old schools, homes, and businesses, and you can tour the buildings with me. I make films of abandoned buildings. A couple times I've had some creepy run-ins with homeless people, but there's all kinds of cool stuff. And sometimes I give background information about the history of the buildings that I go in. I've been in buildings as old as at least 1856, so check out that channel too, guys. You'll love it.
Hi, babies. I had to give you guys a bowl. Finish it. It's almost gone. Get you some, Chucks. Daisy, you end up inhaling it. Spit it up. You choke yourself. Tuck, you want a drink? Come here and get one. Get out of her face. Come here. You're the annoying little brother that's always in her face. One drop left. Who wants it? All gone, girl.
Now, Daisy is an Australian Shepherd.
All gone.
Hold on, sorry. Daisy's an Australian Shepherd mixed with a Pitbull. If you noticed her eyes, one of her eyes is blue and has a little bit of brown, and the other eye is brown. She also has no tail, not even a nub, not even a stub, just a little tuft of fur. That's one of the traits of Australian Shepherds. They're born a lot without tails. If they do have a tail, they dock them if they're working dogs. The reason they breed them like that is so that cattle doesn't step on their tail. She has a really stout body and looks kind of fat. That sort of body shape is the shape of an Australian Shepherd. However, she doesn't have the long fur of an Australian Shepherd. She kind of hops and runs like a rabbit, and I've been told by a couple other Australian Shepherd owners that their dogs do the same. A gentleman in Petco ran into me the other day and asked if we had a cattle dog. My wife at first said no, but I said yes, she is part cattle dog. She's part Australian Shepherd. He showed me a picture of his female Australian Shepherd that actually has the same colors as Daisy, white and that kind of fawn color. And in any case, he had shaved his dog down to the fur length of Daisy's fur for the winter, or for the summer, because she was so hot, and the dog almost looked identical to Daisy. He told me, he said, I bet your dog's probably mostly Australian Shepherd, but she also kind of has those terrier eyes and forehead. See her different eye color? There's her tail. She has no tail, just a little tuft of fur. See her stout body? Tux, we're not sure. He may be Pitbull and Black Lab, not really sure yet. We'll find out more as he grows and fills out. Well, that's all for now, guys. Check out my channel. Please subscribe.